Hey guys, it's your girl Lolo Jones, and I know it's been a long time since you guys last saw me. I've had a lot going on, from work to moving house to celebrating my birthday, and obviously summer's just been popping off. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about something completely different because I just felt really led to talk to you guys about this. Usually I'm doing my hair tutorials and my hair videos, which I'm still doing, by the way, guys, so just keep a lookout. I've dyed my hair blonde, by the way, for anyone that's kind of, well, not really blonde, you know, I got some highlights, okay, and I'm really feeling them, but we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's really close to my heart. And the reason I want to talk to you guys about this is because we don't speak about it enough in our community, and a lot of people kind of experience something similar, but they don't like to necessarily speak out about it. So I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about what I've been going through, and one of the things that I've really been suffering with is anxiety. I haven't really always had anxiety. It's something that is kind of just happened over the past few months. I've been experiencing it a lot recently because I've been in a situation which has really caused me to be uncomfortable and just question myself, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. The reason I started to notice that I was developing these symptoms is I just felt very anxious in social situations. I wasn't really able to sleep as well, kind of lost a bit of appetite, and just on a day-to-day I felt like I wasn't able to control how I felt emotionally about certain situations. So you start to kind of really doubt yourself. I had a lot of negative self-focus, so just thinking that everyone's looking at me or everyone's perceiving me to be this person that like is just really bad at everything, or someone that's just not got their life together, and it started to really eat me alive. So I started having anxiety attacks, and you know, I just thought I want to be able to really control this. One of the things I started doing was reading. I like to read books that are really good on positivity, that talk about ways to take control of your life, to gain power, to gain success. So one of the books I invested in was Rhonda Byrne. It talks about really just loving yourself. One of the main keys to power is just to be able to love yourself, self-acceptance. And I like this book because it just breaks it down step by step. I've also read The Secret as well, which is the book before this, and it's really good because it kind of just gives you a bit of perspective. As a Christian, I don't feel like it makes me test my faith. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but I don't feel like it's telling me something completely different to my faith. She brings in philosophers, she brings in quotes from the Bible, and that's what I like about the book. It brings in multiple thought, and it just really opens your perspective and kind of gives you a bit of a positive boost, which is what we need. Another thing I did to manage my anxiety was just talking about it. I decided that I wanted to have therapy and just really speak to someone and gain an insight on, you know, how can I manage this day to day. So cognitive behavioral therapy is really good because it kind of teaches you when you're thinking something or when you have certain thoughts, how do you rationalize these thoughts? How can you say, you know what, is this true? What I'm thinking, is it really true? So it just teaches you stuff like, you know, when you're speaking to someone, focus on 5 things that you know you are noticing about them. So that might be their eye color, what they're wearing, and that will stop you from focusing negatively on yourself and thinking, you know, that person is really staring at me, that person thinks I'm weird, that person thinks this. Because when you do have anxiety, you do start to think about things like that. And you know, I don't have general anxiety disorder, I just have symptoms of anxiety. But it does start to really consume you, and in every conversation you have, every encounter you have, you start to really adopt this negative self-focus. So for me, therapy was just a great way, and it has been a great way just to talk to someone. And that's one thing we don't do enough in this society. We don't talk about how we feel, and I think mental well-being is so important. If you don't invest in how you feel internally, externally, you can have all the clothes in the world, you can have Gucci, Louis Vuitton, anything in the world, but you're still not going to feel good inside. And I think that's something we don't speak about enough in our generation. How do you feel inside? And I am a prime example of someone that doesn't always feel comfortable saying, you know, I feel a bit vulnerable, because I feel like it just makes me feel like I'm just weak. But at the end of the day, talking is a great way, whether it's your friends, your family, whether it's someone that you don't know. It's a great way to just get out how you feel, and you'll find that a weight is literally lifted off your shoulder. Lastly, I decided to create an Instagram page just because I was like, I want to be able to express myself. So writing is something that I really enjoy doing. Positive affirmations, writing in journals, it's like an outlet for me. So I decided to create this Instagram page called A Dose of Joy. It should be up here. And A Dose of Joy is basically just a page full of positive messages. I call them daily nuggets, whatever you want to call them, positive affirmations. So I actually downloaded this app called Canva and decided that I wanted to just put my thoughts onto quotes essentially and just post them on Instagram. I'm doing it as a personal individual note, as an outlet for me, and I feel like by writing down how I feel, it's a great way to get healing from how you're feeling in that moment in time, because it reminds me that everything that I'm going through is temporary. Everything that I feel right now, every negative emotion that I'm experiencing right now is only temporary. If you're going through something, just encourage you that anything that you go through on a day-to-day that feels like it's too much, it's only temporary, and it does not determine the end goal. And by speaking about it, if anything, it's actually empowering. Having an outlet is empowering, because it means that you're addressing the problem, you're addressing the situation, and you're saying, you know what, I want to express myself in whichever way, whether it's art, singing, music, drama, writing, whatever it is. Expressing yourself and having an outlet is a really good way to just release. When I wake up in the morning or when I go to bed at night and I read positive, visually I can see positive messages, it really sets my day up. If I've had a bad day, it kind of reaffirms or reminds me that, you know, it gets better. One bad day doesn't determine the rest of your life. I'm over and out, guys, and I just want to encourage you lastly with just saying, you know, whatever it is that you may go through, whatever it is that you may not necessarily know how to communicate, there are ways to make yourself feel good. It's important to invest in your well-being as much as you're investing externally in having nice clothes and nice things. Make sure that you take care of you. Make sure that you really invest in self-care, because if you don't, it can really affect you on a day-to-day. If you are going through something, or you feel like, you know, I'm having an issue and I don't know how to communicate it, invest in an outlet. Like 9 times out of 10, the person sitting next to you on the bus that you don't know is probably going through something very similar. So just don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're the odd one out, and you're not weird, because we all go through things. No one is perfect. And I just want to encourage you guys and just say, you know, we can all get through this. We will all live our best lives. In the name of Jesus, we will all live our best lives. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Bye.